Thank you very much. So let's say that today in the Security Council, we all indicated that this is a time where we are at a crossroad in terms of what needs to happen to ensure that everyone is going to be engaged with regard to the de-escalation of the tensions in Eastern DRC, and including in the sub-region and the region at large in terms of the Great Lakes. And I think the revival of the Luanda and Nairobi processes have been very clearly articulated, so we hope that everyone is going to follow that. Second is that there is a propitious moment, a momentum for the country, which is a general election, which has been touched also during the open session of the briefing. And we hope that on 20th December, the elections, in spite of challenges, I believe in the what I call the ability of the Congolese to surmount obstacles, that we will be able to have more stability and more democratization after the elections. And third, with regard to the disengagement of the mission, which is MONUSCO, in a context where a plan has been proposed to the Security Council, the negotiations going on in terms of the renewal of the mandate, we hope that it's going to take into consideration the agreement, the joint agreement, which has been made by the Congolese authorities and ourselves as the United Nations and MONUSCO. And we hope that the way we have inbuilt flexibility in the disengagement plan, the regular evaluation, quarterly evaluation, is going to be helpful in reassuring everyone that one of the visions that DRC has is to be able to say to the world there is a model withdrawal of a peacekeeping mission from a country.
Amélie Bottelier from AFP News Agency. About the withdrawal plan, you signed this joint plan with the government of Kinshasa a few weeks ago. That was not made public. The French ambassador this morning in the council mentioned a few elements, saying that the first phase would be a withdrawal from South Kivu by the end of April with an adjustment of the number of troops. So could you tell us more about the number of troops that would be withdrawn and what would be the next phases, with what horizon for complete withdrawal of MONUSCO? Thank you.
So just maybe to explain, when you have a compact with your partner, you have to respect the content of the compact, which was that this was not meant to be disclosed everywhere. It was a document which was requested in the presidential statement of the Security Council on 16th of October, and says that this document would need to go to the Security Council. So this is why it's not, although I know that it is circulating everywhere, so I know that everyone has it. So just to clarify, for the complete withdrawal of South Kivu, according to the disengagement plan, it's June 24, meaning that the withdrawal of the troops is up to end of April. And based on the quarterly assessment and looking at the closure of the civilian also component of the mission for both Bukavu and Uvira, we are contemplating that this is going to take up to end of June 2024. When it comes to your query about the troop ceiling and everything, this is subject of the discussions with the members of the Security Council. So I prefer not to say anything, because at the end, it's a decision of the Council.
Thank you very much, Madam SRSG. Edith Lederer from the Associated Press. We heard in the briefings in the Council very antagonistic comments by the ambassadors from the DRC and from Rwanda. How concerned are you that dispute can escalate even further and spill out further into the region?
So this is why I said that it is very important right now, given the tensions and which have been kind of played out in the open session, is to make sure that everyone, member state, different platform of engaging in discussing with both countries, that we need peace, population needs peace, and for that to happen, all the other interests have to be made aside, put aside, in order to have this consolidation of peace, cessation of hostilities, and following back the Luanda communique of the 24th November 22, which is very clearly articulating all what needs to happen. And I think we have to put back this on track. And there is also the Nairobi process, which is looking at disarmament and demobilization of armed groups overall, be it the one foreign, but also the Congolese one, is to make sure that we are going to work also to follow up on the Nairobi 3 recommendations, because right now there is kind of a pause, and we hope that in a few months we will be able to have a resumption of the Nairobi process as well.
How realistic is that, though? Is that really realistic in the coming months, that you can get that buy-in from all the other players?
I think being in the work of peace, we know that nothing is granted and given in any minute, but we have to be consistent, resilient, and we have to continue pushing for the right thing to be done.
Thank you, Ms. Street. Al-Jazeera English here. You've spoken about tensions, you've spoken about the need for sustainable peace in the DRC, and so my question is, what is your message to the civilians of the DRC who are concerned that MONUSCO's withdrawal is moving in the opposite direction when it comes to sustainable peace?
Well, I think one of the piece really to reassure each and everyone is that the disengagement plan is really about responsibility, and it's about gradual, it is about orderly. And as I said, there is this vision from the DRC that they want a model withdrawal. So somehow this should reassure each and everyone that both the government, which is most important, and ourselves and the United Nations and all the other partners, plus the support of the Security Council, is really to make sure that we do the right thing at the right time for each and everyone, and particularly for the population of Eastern DRC.
If you don't mind, what UN presence will be in the DRC once the withdrawal is complete?
This one is easy, very easy. The Congolese government is saying that they want the traditional United Nations presence in the country, which means the agencies, funds and programs, the United Nations country team. This is what they are looking at.
Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for coming.